Hi, I'm Ian, and as you saw, I designed and printed a rocket for my son's bedroom wall. I guess you could say that this was a commission from my wife. She asked me to design and print a rocket to go on my son's wall because the theme that we've come up with for his room is space and rockets, and so that's what I did. So the rocket was printed in eSun PLA Plus. eSun very generously donated a few spools, different colours, so that I could work on a couple of projects, and this is one of the main ones that I had in mind when I was looking at that. So I was really pleased with how it came out. One of the key elements, I guess, of the design was the bracket for holding it on the wall. So I shot a little section of that, and now I warn you that I shot that a couple of weeks ago, so you know I might have longer hair and stuff like that. One of the key features that I built into this design, it's a very simple thing, but it's something to kind of make it a little bit more versatile. So the wall hangings, rather than the normal keyhole kind of fixing that I would go for, that is slightly different. You see it's a slot, and the idea being that you've got this piece here, and it accepts that, and then it's held on in that way. And the reason for doing it that way, I will show you over here. Hopefully we'll demonstrate quite easily. So I've got a piece, I've actually just got it loose at the moment, but I've got one of the fixing pieces there on the side, and you can see it just holds it up. It holds it quite securely. But if you decide that you wanted to place the rocket, let's go a bit further, at an angle on the wall, so all of the work's done with the fixing. You place that on, you slide that on as normal, and as you can see it's held very securely at that angle. Now the design, you know, I'm working off a brief from my wife, so you know it had to be very particular. She basically wanted to have the pieces separated, and also not necessarily in a straight line. So you might want the next piece to be a bit of an angle round there. So that's why I came up with the wall fixing the way it is. So now the rocket's in place, it's in situ on the wall. Really pleased with it. I'll probably design and print another couple of things to go on the wall. But as I say, they're really happy with it, and the acid test, my son loves it. So I don't want to go through the whole design process, but I thought I'd give an overview. So I draw the sketch, and then using a mirror line, I mirror everything up to the top because I wanted it to be symmetrical. The easiest way to draw that is to do just the one half. So once you've deleted that central mirror line that we had in there just for the drawing purposes, then you can start extruding. So extrude up from the sketch, it automatically selects the area that you need there. I'm just going to colour this central part here just to make it easier to see when I'm doing the other bits, because one of the key things you have to know when you're extruding is that it's very easy to just let the software automatically select, and if you do that, it would actually join the extrusion to the piece that it's touching. So make sure you go in and select new solid every time you're doing that, and you'll finish up with what we see here. The next thing that I do, I want all the parts to be separate and to be kind of separated from where they are. So I actually just push in the sides. Again, using 123D design as I do. That's the push command, and then you tell it how much to push each of those walls in. So just getting rid of the central part now. You can see I've pushed in the wall, also on the fin there that was covered up by that, and now I'm just gonna focus on one of those fins so that we can see how I work from there. So hiding the sketch just for a moment, I'll simply copying paste, so using Control-C, Control-V to create another copy of that, which I've now moved up by 5mm. So essentially there are two parts there, not easy to see, but there are two parts there. And again, I've now pushed in the sides of the top part even further, just so that that gives you that separation. And just to show you what I did there, the bottom part in black is pretty much how I printed it, so that you could see the black outline. So the next thing that I want to do, I've turned the sketch back on, I'm going to use the offset tool now to create a central cutout for that top part of the fin. Just in this instance, the offset tool looked a bit strange, so I finished up having to do it in two sections rather than just do the 3 lines and offset internally. So decided in the end to offset by 20mm, and that seemed to be about right. This is just kind of me demonstrating this anyway. So the final part was kind of done slightly differently to this. So one of the key things to note here is that, as I said before, if you just let 123D when you're doing an extrude automatically select what type of extrusion, whether it's joining it, whether it's a new solid, or whether it's cutting out, then a lot of the time it would make the right choice. In this instance, because we are cutting through another piece, it automatically selects it as a cut through, and as you can see, you just let it do that, and it works quite well. Another thing to note is that I hid the bottom piece before I did that cut, otherwise it would have cut through both of them. And now I'm basically showing the whole model, so I'll just hide the new parts that I made, just for the purposes of demonstration, and then you can see there's the model. You'll notice that I've joined the bottom and the top pieces so that they're one solid piece for printing, and then I've done just a few extra cut out details and the portholes. And the last parts that I made over on the right hand side there are the wall mounting. So you can see the wall mounting itself, and you can see the red part is the cutout piece. So what I do is I sink that into the base of the model parts, and essentially just cut that out, and that gives the impression of that straight on it. You can see it, and that's the finished rocket. So to produce the colour swaps at the layers, funnily enough, I used the ColorPrint by Prusa, but the web app. So I know that going forward, Prusa Slicer has got that functionality built in, and I will use Prusa Slicer for doing that sort of thing going forward. But I decided to go with what I was comfortable with, just to get this job done. And I was really pleased with how it came out. As I say, the eSun PLA Plus, I've done quite a few projects with it now, and it prints really nice. I mean, I'm really pleased with it. It is just a high quality filament, and available on Amazon, so easy to get hold of on Prime, next day delivery and all that sort of thing. So there's an awful lot of pluses to it. Hopefully that was sweet as well as short, and you enjoyed the video. And if you've made it this far, thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this content and you want me to make more videos, then please subscribe to the channel, and I will do my best to do so. Once again, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Call me up when you're sober.